Hey everyone, welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me is my guy Dabby Cab, who joins us every Saturday. Dabby Cab, we have a hell of a slate for us today in the baseball land. A lot of tough games to talk about here. I had a shitload of action yesterday, and I came out on the positive side of it, so that always feels nice.
Man, when I saw that card, I was like, this fool made like if I would have had your card, I would have had like $1,500 out, and you made like what? Like how much did you go up yesterday?
I don't know. It was like 1 point some units, 1.3 or something like that.
I mean, that's worth it. You can never any positive day is a good day, but you had so much action.
I definitely started the day like 1 in like 5, and I was like, oh god. It was absolutely horrible to start off with, and then the Orioles game, it went exactly like how we planned it. Under 1-0 Orioles win with the money line. That was sick. But yeah, we had a decent day yesterday, so I'm not going to complain about it. But I can guarantee you today, Cab, the volume is not going to be the same because I have one bet written down. The market has kept me out of a lot of bets today, honestly. It's being really interesting today, so I'm excited to talk about it. And let's do so because I saw our guys in the chat here talking about this very first game, and I think we should just jump right into it. Los Angeles Angels, Toronto Blue Jays. We talked about how this is one of the more important series for the Angels. They lose game one, and man, I don't know if game two is going to go their way. Dabby Cab, you know my rule now. I don't bet on fatties anymore. I refuse to bet on the fatties. Lance Lynn, admittedly now he's on the Dodgers. I kind of want to back him here, but no betting the fatties for me here. And I've seen a lot of people fading Manoah. And honestly, this is one of those spots where I'd be like, oh man, I kind of want to back Manoah. I know the Angels have been, hitting pretty well. This is a very important series for them, but our guy Ohtani cramps kind of come out of the game yesterday in a big spot. That was surprising. Maybe they give him a day off. Who would have thought? But I ultimately I had to pass on this game, Dabby Cap. Reed Detmers, pitched well overall this year. His record says he's been shit, but it's not been that bad, honestly. Last two starts, 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs against the Pirates, against Houston, 6 innings.
Oh, okay, you're talking about Detmers. I thought you were talking about Manoah. I was like, no, it's been that bad, bro.
No, I'm unfortunately just talking about his ass.
Yeah.
But he's been not bad, and like 2-7, not that bad. Manoah has been. Last two starts have been fine, coming off of his little like sabbatical. But in those last two starts, he walked so many fucking guys, just a ridiculous amount of guys that it's just one hit away from being a disaster. So I can't bet on him either. I want to bet the over in this game, Dabby Cab. That is the thing that jumped out at me the most here. But the market on it, this is just shocking. I think I'm going to bet the over. I just don't know in what way. First 5 or full game. 57% of the bets on the over here, Dabby Cab. Only 3% of the money. 97% of the money on the under in this game, thinking that both these guys are going to pitch well, and I just don't see it. The Blue Jays have been hitting lefties really well in this last month too, so I'll be on the over in this game. And I act like, again, I said I didn't have that many plays. I have now basically 1.5 plays. I like one team today that no one will be surprised about that I like, and I like this over. Otherwise, I've been having a tough time, Dabby. So I want to hear your thoughts on this game. Blue Jays Angels here.
I think about this game like I think a lot of the games today. It's somewhat interesting, but it does nothing for me. I mean, the Angels have won 8 of their last 9 games, 3 of their last 4 road games. Offensively, they've been playing well. They put up 6 runs in 5 of their last 6 games. I expect them to do well against Manoah here. I mean, I saw I think it was BJ. Where was it? Let me double check. I don't want to. Yeah, BJ said he's got 31 innings at home. Manoah does with 31 walks. That's fucking atrocious. One of my biggest pet peeves is just walks. Just don't give people free bases. Like if you're going to give up a home run, you're going to give up a big hit. do it without people that you gave a free base to. That's like the only thing. That's like one of the biggest rules in baseball. And Manoah doesn't follow that. He walks people like it's his job. And I will never back a pitcher that walks people like that. And at home, he's given up 12 runs in his last 3 starts. And I think, this is a spot where the Angels, this is important for him, regardless of, I think the Angels are playing a little above their means here. I think that they kind of peter out, so to speak, down this run, but we'll see. I'm going to stay off this game. If I bet it, I'd take the first 5 over 4.5. I bet it's probably 5. They probably won't even give you a 4.5.
Let's check. Shout out to the chat as always. Shout out to my favorite commenter, Chocolatey Waterfall in the house. Just shout out to Chocolatey Waterfall again, my favorite commenter out here.
I want you to come on the show, Chocolate Waterfall. You gotta reach out and let us know.
5 is the total for the first 5. So no action on the side there for me. I'm going to be on the over 9, minus 120 for me. This should be a very interesting game. And yeah, Nate Dogg, I expected the roofs to be closed, so I don't even worry about the weather. All right. And by the way, she'll hit you on Twitter. So shout out to Chocolatey Waterfall. Again, big shout out to Chocolatey Waterfall. Go follow her on Twitter. All right, Detroit, Miami. Next game on our slate. Bo Brisky back in our lives versus John Cueto here. There were some games, Dabby Cab, that I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to have any action in this game today. And this is one of them. I wanted nothing to do with this game. Bo Brisky, who we remember from last year being a starter, is now just a reliever, it seems. He's gone 1 inning in all of his major league appearances this year. In the minors, he's gone max 2 innings. So this is opener bullpen day for Los Tigres, it seems. Let me check RotoWire to see if there is a primary listed. Joey Wentz is the primary listed. A lefty against the Miami Marlins is not something I want to bet against either. And I think Johnny Cueto has been he's had 2 starts. One was a follower, and then one was an actual start. And that start was 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run against the Rockies. So I think he's been pitching pretty well. He's still relatively fresh. So I have nothing on this game. I'd probably, I guess, lean under. But what's funny here, again, the markets have been getting me off of games here today. 32% of the bets and 86% of the money on your Detroit Tigers here. So for me, it seems like it's Tigers are past just on the market, but I like Johnny Cueto, and I think he can pitch well here. On the total here, only 14% of the bets on the under and 72% of the money on the under. It's just we have a lot of those spots here today with small percentages and big money spots. So got to keep your eyes out on that. But it's under or nothing, and it seems like it's Tigers or nothing for me.
Not betting either of those things, and I don't care about this game. I took my notes on every single game here, so I can go over it and give a bunch of stats if you guys are like trying to make a lean one way or the other for yourself. But I'll tell you this right now. There are some shit pitching matchups today. Yesterday didn't go great for me, and I'm not rushing out there just to like get action today just because of this. I'm not backing either of these fucking teams. I'm not backing either of these pitchers. I don't have a feel on the total. So, yeah, you want me to go into stats and stuff, Jose, or you want me to just leave it at that?
We can just leave it at that. That was an excellent breakdown, as always, from you, Dabby Cab.
Thank you.
Philadelphia Phillies, Pittsburgh Pirates. Man, I was close to taking the Phillies yesterday. Shout out to BJ and Ron Crawford. They sneak out a 2-1 victory there. Here, Quinn Priester, who I think is going to pitch well, or I should say, I think he'll be a good pitcher, and he'll pitch better. 5 1/3, 4 hits, 4 earned runs last time against the Padres, and same thing, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 7 earned runs against the Guardians in his debut. I can see him pitching well here because the Phillies are just one of those teams that offensively you just never know what you're going to get from them. And Aaron Nola has been, overall pretty solid this year. Better. I expected better from him personally, but whatever. It's his free agent year, so we'll see how he goes. 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs last time against Cleveland. So I just can't get there, unfortunately, with either one of these squads. And we'll mention the market here again for this game because I just find the market just fascinating today. 73% of the bets on the over here, but 55% of the money on the under. So there's something to take a note of. And, of course, as is the tradition every day, the Sharps are on the Pirates. 27% of the bets and 77% of the money on the Pirates yet again here. Seems like it feels like that every day. Cab, do you have anything on this one?
Look, I'm going to go with – so my main thing about this one is shout out to our guy Jay Peasy. These are games that the Phillies should win and must win. It's not just – these are important fucking games right here for the Phillies, whereas the Pirates, they're trading pieces away. This team's completely fallen. They got rid of Carlos Santana. That's going to be a big blow to their lineup. Nola, has been up and down this season, but we know he's got the ability to shut another team down. And if he's going to shut a team down, I would think it would be the Pirates here. I really do think Nola's going to have a good start here. And the Phillies offense is just so much power for it. The rookie going for the Pirates here, he's given up 4 home runs in his 2 starts, so he's prone to give up the long ball, something that Philly does well, hits a lot of home runs. I wouldn't really even be scared. I mean, the only way you can bet this is a run line with where the price is. You're on the road. If you like the Phillies here, I say you take the Phillies on the run line full game and rock with it.
Yeah, pass game for me. Like JP is saying, minus 180. No thanks. It's a run line or nothing for me, I guess, as well. Another easy pass game for me. White Sox Guardians. Who the fuck's pitching for the White Sox? We have a line, but I haven't seen a pitcher for the White Sox yet. I'd love to hear if you guys have one. Logan Allen, a crafty lefty, and the White Sox are hitting lefties slightly better than they do righties, but this is another game where I was just like, no fucking way am I betting this game. No thanks. Yesterday was the same thing with Curry and Tukey. Now we've got Logan Allen versus TBD. I just want nothing to do with this game, Dabby Cap.
Yeah, I mean, Guardians need to win. I think the White Sox are a terrible baseball team. I don't like the Guardians offense either. It's almost like whoever pitches, I still think it probably goes under. But yeah, I got nothing on this, man. We don't even got a pitcher.
Agreed. Vitalis mentioning sharps are on the White Sox, 5-cent move to the White Sox. So just keep a note of that as well. See, this is a lovely brisk pace that we're going at. Let's just get all these shit games out of the way, guys. Who knows who's pitching for these teams? I don't. The White Sox and Guardians suck.
What are we supposed to do? Sit here and talk about a game that we don't even have a starting pitcher for?
Exactly. Fuck this game. Fuck this game, too. Twins Royals. Bailey Ober, who I like very much, versus Jordan Lyles, whose record is just hilarious every time I look at it. And by the way, Airbnb, Nasty Nate thinks it's Clevenger for the White Sox. Very interesting there. That would be a decent matchup. As well. And Nuke Worker is right. The Sox have just kind of thrown in the towel. So whatever.
As they should.
By the way. It's very interesting. And by the way, it's so funny that Jake Burns saying my bookie has Danny Toussaint, whoever the fuck that is, and Moose or Nasty Nate saying Clevenger. So very interesting. Next game. BJ's right. Twins Royals here. A big favorite for a reason. The Twins have faced off with the Royals before. 5 2/3, 4 hits, 1 earned run against the Royals for Bailey Ober last time, and for Minnesota or for the Jordan Lyles show, 2 Minnesota starts, 4 innings, 7 hits, 7 earned runs, and in his debut start for the Royals, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned there as well. Again, just I want nothing to do with this game. I don't want my money on this game. If I had to bet this game, I guess I'll take an under here. But I really just don't want anything to do with it. So another very simple, easy pass for me. And if you guys are market fiends like we are, or like I am, I guess, 87% of the bets and 94% of the money on the under here as well. So that just keeps me off the under. And then sidewise here, you got more money on the Royals. 34% of the bets, 63% of the money on the Royals. And the same thing for the White Sox game as well. 39% of the bets and 64% of the money on the White Sox there too. So very similar markets in both of these games. People liking the underdogs today, but I just can't get there.
But I can get there. I will get there. And this is probably going to shock some people, but I'm going to bet the Twins in the first 5 here. I'm going to lay the juice for the run line at minus 125. Royals are a terrible.
I thought you were about to take the Royals, Dabby. That would have been a really shock.
Bro, they've fucking lost 75 baseball games already this year. The fuck am I going to bet on a team that's lost 75 baseball games already? I was going to say they're not playing well at the moment, but they're not a good baseball team. And before yesterday, they'd lost 7 of their last 8 games. Casey's averaging 3.68 runs per game. They got a 233 batting average as a team, which is 25th in the league. 30th on base percentage at 293, 28th slugging percentage at 376. I mean, fuck, Witt Jr. leads them and he's hitting 250.
Yeah, they just came off of a very sick walk-off home or walk-off grand slam last night too. So I bet you they're feeling good.
Huge win, right? I mean, for them, huge win, right? But we're talking about Lyles here. Last start, 9 hits, 5 runs, 5 innings. That's the 8-5 loss to the Yankees. And I don't expect anything different from him here. The Twins have been playing well, and they've got how much are they up now? Is it 1.5 games or just a half game now?
Let's see. It's a great question because obviously these standings are very important to nowadays. I look at them frequently, but that might be because I am a Red Sox fan and I care about these standings very much. 1.5 games.
Got it right, and I don't even have it written down. There we go. 1.5 game lead over Cleveland right here in the AL Central. So, this is as big as a baseball game fucking gets for them.
Well, I lied to you. It's 2 games, actually.
It's 2 games?
Yeah.
All right, and Ober in his last start, he gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, and 6 innings, and that was against the White Sox. They won that game 5-4. I think he's
disgusting, Dabby Cab.
What's that?
The Minnesota Twins record against teams above 500 this year is 27-36.
That's weird.
That is not good. That is really bad. Jesus.
Well, here, let me find this.
Oh,
Minnesota is 9-1 their last 10 games against Kansas City. So, boom, there you go.
Shout out to our guy Ranillo. It's his birthday today. So, shout out to you, my guy Ranillo. Happy birthday. Thanks for sharing it with us, my man. We'll get you a birthday pick and we'll make this fucking birthday a good one there, Ranillo. So, shout out to you, my man. Happy birthday. Appreciate you for watching the program, my guy. New name in the chat. Been here for a little bit now, so it's always nice to see. All right, let's move on to my second and only, I guess, bet of the card. The Boston Red Sox versus the San Francisco Giants. I have fallen completely in love with this Boston Red Sox team. It is.
What do you mean you've fallen in love with them?
Well, Dabby, you go through waves when you're like, God damn it, I fucking hate this team. They're a bunch of average nobodies, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. And now recently, they've just been playing the fuck out of this baseball. Alex Cora's managing his dick off. The young players are contributing. Like, I just love it. I love watching this shit.
As the Red Sox go, so do Jose's units.
Yes, that's shockingly accurate. And when I decide to fade the Red Sox, that also helps as well. But that doesn't happen very often. I just love this team right now. I don't know what to explain. It's pretty obvious. I just think they're a good squad, and I can't wait to see how this season unfolds. I'm on the Red Sox here. Yet again, I will be on the Red Sox for the next coming days. As I've mentioned before, these are games that the Red Sox have to win, and they know they have to win because management told them that they wanted a reason to buy, and they've given them every fucking reason to buy, and it's been great. So now I don't expect like anyone to get traded off this team now. Like James Paxton, guy starting today. I thought James Paxton would 100% be traded off the Red Sox because he'll be a great return. I don't think that's going to happen now. I think they need him. Adam Duvall, he played last night and played really well, and he's been rumored for a long time now for like the Braves, the Phillies. Like now I'm like, man, I don't want to trade Adam Duvall. I think this Red Sox team can really compete, and it's obviously a fucking issue that the Toronto Blue Jays just keep winning baseball games, but I really like the Red Sox here. I want to hear what the chat has to say about it, obviously. Let's go to the market here, and the market kind of reflecting like it did yesterday. It kind of makes me nervous, obviously. 81% of the bets and 81% of the money on the Boston Red Stockings there. And for the total, let's look at it. Wow. This is fucking nuts. 39% of the bets on the over with only 1% of the money on the over in this game. 61% of the bets, 99% of the money on the under. And
it's going to go over in the first
that
five.
Means bet the over.
I already liked the over in the first 5. I was on it yesterday, and they only got 2 runs, but I'd go right back to it. I think we see runs here. You got Walker. He's coming out of the bullpen. What's his longest he's thrown is 3 innings this year? I don't have that in front of me, but I got to imagine it's close to that. 1 second.
Yeah, it's definitely a bullpen.
Hasn't even thrown 3 innings. 2 2/3 is the longest he's thrown, and he's a rookie too. So as a rookie getting a fucking start against the Red Sox here, this is a huge spot for him. And I would not be surprised if the Red Sox put up a crooked number in the first couple innings.
And we'll get DeSclafani after the 1 or 2 innings of Ryan Walker. And DeSclafani has been fine. He's given up 4 earned runs in his last 2 starts, or appearances, I should say.
You say that, but he started out like untouchable. And since then, he's just kind of fucking risen to mediocrity.
Yeah. I mean, his last 2 4 earned run performances is just gross. So, yeah. Akbar Salev, maybe I should get this tattooed on me. Death, taxes, and Red Sox money line for me. That's it.
Bro, you should be loving where this Red Sox team is right now, because if they were any better, you would be getting huge fucking juice. You wouldn't be able to bet them. Like, this is like the perfect little bubble for you right now to bet your team.
I'm loving life, Dabby. I told you I love this Red Sox squad right now. Again, this is my favorite Red Sox team in a minute. Like, I love watching the young players just come up and contribute. I soiled Jarren Duran's name all last year. I told him that I didn't want him on the Red Sox ever again. He fucking sucks, all this stuff. And now he's proven us all wrong, and he's been the best hitter on the Red Sox for the last month. And even he's been the best hitter on the Red Sox, and Tristan Casas' big house is fucking crushing balls. Oh, God, I love this team. I love it. Red Sox money line -118. If it's a trap, if I'm very public, fuck it. I just believe in this team, and I want to win ball games, and I believe.
How many have they won in a row? I know it's 5. Is it more than
5, as you mentioned? 5 in a row. Hopefully going to be 6. This is the 7th time the Red Sox have won 5 games straight. Just remarkable. We love it. We love to see it. All right, let's go. Next game, another rivalry. Let's go Cubs, Cardinals, and Adam Wainwright is back in our lives. And I was the lone survivor on Adam Wainwright in his first start, and I actually won the bet, thankfully. That was very cool.
But not because of him, I'm sure.
No, I mean, he pitched fine. It was 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, but it was a 10-6. It was a 10-6 win, so it was mostly the offense that gave him the run support and allowed him to chill here. I always, well, not always, but it's just one of those things, Dabby. I don't know if you agree with this, but like Manoah, for example, Manoah coming back in his first start, you would expect him to pitch well, and he did. He pitched fine, and I was like, yeah, his first start, let's back him. But the second start is when we fade him. He got a little comfortable and needs that reality check. I'm hoping that is the case for Adam Wainwright here. His first start was fine, and now he faces a Cubs team that I think could crack his ass. Now, the issue is obviously Jameson Taillon is coming off of a back-to-back against these Cardinals after, he's already seen them once already, so this will be his 3rd time. Got crushed in that first time. The total of 10 makes me I wanted it to be like a 9.5 because I wanted to bet the over, but the total of 10 is obviously a little sketch. Let's go to the market for the total because I'm sure everyone thinks the over in this game.
Adam Wainwright is not good. Like that's all. He
not anymore.
He should not be pitching anymore. He's throwing 88 with a little bit of movement. He doesn't have any swing and miss shit left. Like, he's walking fucking damn near as many people as he's striking out. He should not be pitching in the big leagues. I'm telling you right now, I can throw 88 with a little bit of movement. Like, this motherfucker should not be pitching.
Dabby Wainwright on the bump here. I'd love to see that. Doesn't flow as Dabby Malone, but Dabby Wainwright is not bad there. Well, Dabby, I'd love to hear your opinion on this game because the market in this game is wild. 74% of the bets on the over, Dabby, but 86% of the money is on the under in this game. That's surprising to me. I just think Adam Wainwright's going to get crushed here, but I'm not sure, I guess. I mean, at least the money line size reflects that. 81% of the bets and 77% of the money on the Cubs here. What do you think about this game?
Well, shout out to Alan Action. Did I say that right? Alan in the chat.
Yeah.
Talking about that catch last night. Did you see that?
Yeah,
catch?
yeah. That's literally every outfielder's dream right there. Like Mike Talkman lived the dream right there. I'm sure everyone at home once in their lives were in their backyard and like, oh, for the game winning, blah blah blah. And that happened in real life. Like that's just imagine that. That's fucking awesome.
Imagine having like a bet on the other side on the money line or something. That shit would have been heartbreaking.
Yeah, that would that would not have been as fun.
That would have hurt so bad. But yeah, a little bit more on Wainwright real quick. This is 13th start this year, 3-4 with a 7.31 ERA. My biggest problem with him, he's got a 1.924 whip. That's just awful. It's basically a 2. 21 walks to the only 31 strikeouts. And that's in 56 and 2/3 innings. So, 21 walks over 57 innings is not something you want to see. And the Cubs have been as hot as can be, even yesterday. Yesterday's the first game, look at how they won it. They still found a way to win it. Yesterday's the first game they didn't win in a shootout by putting up a bunch of runs recently. But since the All-Star break, Chicago's been rolling. They've gotten back into playoff contention, which is just crazy because we've got a week now until the trade deadline.
Yeah, and they're not going to sell. I don't think they sell now.
Like, I don't either. This is
such
an interesting time to watch.
Yeah, I really don't know if Cody Bellinger is going to get traded now. And they're on a 7-game winning streak, by the way, 9-1. Their last 10 are the Cubs. I think they're too hot to fade right now.
I agree. So I would take the Cubs or pass.
Man, I'd like to back the Cubs here. I really would, but I think I'm going to stay off just because of how weird the fucking markets are. Rance, I don't know how this game stays under. Right? I'm asking myself that same question. I looked at the market movement because someone said it opened at 9.5, and that's 100% facts. It opened at 9.5. It's gone up to 10, but it opened at 9.5 at -125.
Well, is the Cubs team total 4.5 or 5.5? It's 5.5, right? Or is it maybe sitting at 5 like some weird shit?
Let's look right now.
I'll slam the fuck out of it if it's 4.5. There ain't no way it's 4.5.
4.5 -130.
No.
And first 5 is 2.5 -120. So
I might find a book that gives me fucking first 5s and go for that 2.5.
Yeah. All right. And by the way, Vitalis says take that juice.
That -130 on the full game.
So it seems like it. By JP has -125. So
let me see what I can get.
Good notes there from the chat. We appreciate you guys, Vitalis, JPZ, Rance, BJ in here as well. Shout out to you, BJ, my guy. Jerome B. Ragin. I should say not Raggin. Is it Raggin? Ragin? I don't know. Fuck it. Jerome, shout out to you, my man. New name in the chat. Appreciate you.
Jerome B. Raging. What the fuck do you think he was going for? Ragging? What is ragging?
You want to ragdoll someone.
What does that even mean?
English is my second language, Dabby. It's hard language to learn.
You know what a ragdoll is, and it's your second language?
Yeah.
Ragdoll's not even a common term used in the language.
Well, when people say they want to ragdoll me, I was like, what does that mean? Like, oh, they just want to kick my ass. That makes sense.
Oh, God.
Yankees, Orioles, next game on our slate. Another game where I was like, over. The game yesterday went 1-0. Great. Now I'll just bet the over on this side because Tyler Wells, who I love, I think he's a good pitcher, et cetera, he is still in the top 5 for most home runs allowed this year by anyone.
So hold up. It's more juice if you want to take St. Louis on the money line, but the total is less. So you can get 4.5 at -120 for St. Louis, but I can't get the 4.5 anything under 130 for Chicago.
Fair enough.
That's weird, right? No, here's a 4.5 at -125. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I just get into a better mood, Dabby Cab, when I see Chocolatey Waterfall in the chat. I'm going to be honest. It just puts me in a better mood. When I see Barry Smith in the chat, it puts me in a bad mood. Chocolatey Waterfall, good mood. See, so that's how that works.
Barry, where you at, my guy?
Yeah, I wonder where he is right now. Probably in a ditch somewhere.
I want to see somebody in the chat I don't know. If you're one of the over
Jerome Jerome B. Raggin?
Ragin, motherfucker. It's
Jerome
not Rocco, and it's not Raggin. It's
Jerome
Rocco.
B. Raggin is in here, so that's a new name. Shout to him.
Yeah, okay. I used to call him Rocco.
Yeah, I like Rocco as well. I hope Rocco comes to fucking Pubapalooza 3. I'm going to call
everybody
Rocco.
Here comes to Pubapalooza 3.
I'm going to call Rocco to his fucking face. So shout out to him and shout out to Alan Action. We're going to call him Alan Action there because it just sounds better. So another name in the chat that we don't know. Alan in there. Justin saying, excuse me, I've got the burps. Ashton, Justin saying,
I lurk a lot. That's funny as fuck.
That's funny. We love lurkers as well. You can watch the show and not comment. That's fine. We enjoy that too. And my guy Rocco Rogers, I love Rocco. So I mean,
it's cool if you don't comment, but it's cooler if you do.
Exactly. Just like if smoking.
There you go.
Craig Wood. I love Craig Woods too. He's actually a good question. He was the dude that called Jimmy the pussy ass bitch. And it was Craig Wood. It's crybaby pussy. Craig Wood. Crybaby pussy. And it was Rick J. So shout out to Rick J wherever he is as well. How would you feel about you if you were called a crybaby pussy?
What, me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't give a fuck what somebody else said about me. And I don't. You call me that right now, I don't care. Man, enough. I was just thinking how funny it is. Jimmy will go off on people in chat, but anytime you meet him in person, he's so fucking nice. It's just like he's the nicest person. Like,
well,
me,
that's,
on the other
that's
hand, I'll
Jimmy.
be rude in person, just like
that's Jimmy. That's Jimmy. You've met the pollutant as well. The pollutant's a different person.
He's always polluted when I've met him.
Well, there's a point where he becomes the pollutant, you know, and you saw the pollutant at the ping pong game. He was completely polluted there. The pollutant actually called me a bitch once too. He was during Pubapalooza 1. He was not happy with me for whatever reasons, and he called me a bitch, and it was very funny. Something I laughed.
How did you respond to that? Did you look at him?
He didn't. I mean, he obviously didn't call it to me in my face.
Oh, well, what? That's kind of a.
That's the pollutant. Though. That's the pollutant. Yes, that is the pollutant, Dabby. Now you're learning.
All right, this is all you got to remember. Next time somebody calls you a bitch, you go like this: "Listen, motherfucker." That's all you got to know. You don't got to know nothing else. Just listen, motherfucker.
Okay, fair. I'm sure there's plenty of people at PSR that call me a bitch. I'm sure, but it's all right. It's very fun.
I would only do it to your face.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Not many people would. So I appreciate that. Shout out to Tongue Tied as well and Jose Sierra in here as well. More lurkers coming out of the wilderness. We appreciate you guys. Kelly, Stephen Harrison as well. G Styles from Toronto. First time in the chat. We love that, G Styles. Shout out to you, my man. Appreciate you watching. And by the way, it is an Alan Action. There's a K in there for action. So shout out to you, my guy. Alan Action. Boss Up Chopper in here as well. Eric Jones, Morgan Spooner. We love it. Tyler Wells. Let's get back to this game. 4 times now against the Yankees here. Listen to his first 3 times. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs was his most recent. 5 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs. 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs. 3-6 loss, 9-6 win, and a 3-5 loss for all those starts against the Yankees. I think there's a little bit too much familiarity. And I think he gets touched up here a little bit, especially after going blank yesterday. And then my guy Clark Schmidt, who Jimmy loves, pitched pretty well against the Orioles. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run in his 2 starts against them. His last 2 appearances as well, 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs against the Royals. It's unfortunately, I don't like saying it, but it feels like a Yankee spot. It really does at a decent price. And I like the over in this game, Dabby Cabin. I think I'm going to move on it. Let's check the market and see what they have to say about this game. Money line first. Fuckload of people on the Yankees. 73% of the bets and 74% of the money on the Yankees. Not surprising, really, because even I said I like the Yankees there, so that's a sign. Good God. This needs to stop. 56% of the bets and 94% of the money on the under in this game. 6% of the money on the over. Ugh. Man, I think I have to move on the over in this game. Dabby, what do you think?
Yeah, I would look at the total here too. I just had to check another thing for the numbers because with Clark Schmidt here, I think you had said he's pitched 3 times this year against the Orioles already.
They wrote us 2 then, so beautiful.
Yeah, one of them you missed probably was the second game of his second start all the way back in April 7th. He only went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 5 hits and 4 runs. So he's lost 2 of his 3 games against them, but his last 2 games he has pitched decent. Like you said, he gave up 3 runs last game and only 1 run the game before that. So there's a lot of familiarity. Fuck, I'm not even gonna be able to say that. Familiarity. What the fuck kind of word is that? Familiarity. There's a lot of familiarity between these teams and these pitchers, which is something that would lead me towards an over. Also, Baltimore also has lost 2 or 3 games that Tyler Wells has started against New York. His most recent one was on July 3rd. They lost that game 6-3. So that would only been 9 runs there. I guess that doesn't help your over cause here. I don't know, man. I think there's, like you said, a lot of familiarity here. I think both of these teams have seen both these pitchers
you said
3
it.
times. Yeah, there I got it that time. This will be the 4th time they've seen each other. I think there could be runs.
By the way, all that money on the under, and like my guy Coin saying, this total has moved from 9 to 9.5. Open at 9 minus 115, all the way up to 9.5 now. Yeah, I'm on it. 9.5 minus 110. I would have loved a 9. But that is what it is, unfortunately. So over 9.5, Jesus, over 9.5 minus 110 for me. Next game. I don't know why. I immediately start getting burps and shit when I start talking.
I've told you. I think you have anxiety or something, bro.
You think, motherfucker? Yeah. Just look at me. I'm an anxious monster. Oh my
God,
bro,
take
Let's go. Yeah. I haven't even smoked. I haven't smoked today. That's probably why. Yeah, I woke up late. I've been doing all these graphics, and now everyone's getting sober, not high. Jose Bouquett, and that's just not the ideal recipe for these things. Let's go to Astros Rays, a game I was completely wrong about yesterday. So fucking wrong about it. I bet first 5 under, fucking 4-1 immediately. I was like, okay, great. I lost this bet. 3-3. First 5. You push on your first 5.
Bro, so sick, man.
I was thinking about you then. That hurt me for you.
Bases loaded and no fucking outs, and you can't get 1 run.
It's spit in your mouth right there.
Bro, 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Fucking 5 of the 6 pitches are fastballs in the strike zone. How the fuck do you not put the ball in play?
JP is saying, here's the over to bet. Tell me I'm wrong. I haven't bet it here. Well, let's start with the market here as well. As I like that everyone is gathering around on this over as well, making it feel better. Market for this total, and we're talking. Let's see here. Rays, Astros. Here we go. Oh my God! Again, it's like every total in this card. 39% of the bets and 97% of the money on the under here. Like, I can't do that. Like, I'd much rather take the over in this game. That's just crazy. Hunter Brown has pitched against the Rays, dominated against the Rays, 7 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs. But I think that's a completely different Hunter Brown from earlier in the season, who's not as tired or whatever you may be. He's just not been pitching as well as of late. And
hold on. BJ said you don't need the full 9 innings, man. Fading starting pitchers in the first 5 is easily something you can be profitable at. I'm 80-58 this year. I'm like overall, my dude. So I lost 1 game. It sucks, but I'll stick with it.
5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs for Taj Bradley, and the last time against Houston, and everyone on the under in this game. And I just really think this is an over game now, as JP is saying. 4% of the money on the over. Just no way. I can't fucking do that, Jack.
That's ridiculous.
Or I should have said 94% of the money on the under. It's just crazy. It's 97, by the way. And I really think if we faded all the 95, 97% spots, we'd lose some, but I really think we'd hit above 60%.
Well, stop thinking and write it down.
I'm fucking looking for my pen right now as I fucking lost it. Found that bitch. I'm on the over in this game. That's just ridiculous.
Type it into your computer, man. It keeps things a lot better than writing it.
I know I should, but I like writing things. You know, Dabby Cab, my Achilles heel in life, and this is a good idea for the unmuted mic. I cannot spell. Like I just cannot.
I can't spell either.
Like I cannot do it. I would routinely just get like a 0, 64, 52 on spelling tests all the time. I can't spell. So if you guys want to fucking laugh, have me try to spell words and I'll fucking fumble that shit. You could tell me to spell a word for $100, and I guarantee you I'm not getting that bitch still. So
I can't spell either, so I'm not the one to go at that with. I couldn't tell you if you spelled it right or wrong if I gave you a word right now, unless I was able to see it. So, look, this game is. I mean, the two best teams in the American League, even though the Rays have been awful since the All-Star break, even a little before the All-Star break, the Rays were showing signs of slipping. And I think the Rays keep slipping, but, this is baseball. They could, bounce back at any moment. So the Rays, that was a big win for them yesterday, in my opinion. And it me, like BJ did say, I wish I was on full game. I wasn't, but I don't even know if the full game over would have hit. I think it might have. I wish I was on full game Rays. I was on the Rays though. I wasn't on a total. I was on the Rays there. And they should have cashed it. They had bases loaded, no outs, didn't get it in. The average runs per game right here for the Astros is sitting at 4.7. And I think they're going to need runs here in this game to win. So if you're looking for props, maybe look to Alvarez because he hasn't really had a big game since he's been back. And I think, he's going to. It's just a matter of time. His swing still looked good yesterday. I saw him drive one back up the middle. He's right there on it. Tucker, I think he'll have another good day. And everybody in this Astros lineup's making hard contact right now. So I think this is a spot where, if all the money's on the under, I would look over. There's no problem with that.
All right. Over 8.5 minus 110 on my card officially. BJ, you should join us to the Red Sox. So that's all I have to say. Yeah. They said 20-cent move to the Red Sox too. I already bet it, thankfully.
The Red Sox were the first team that I thought to bet when I saw that card yesterday, and I couldn't get a line on it when I was first fucking capping.
Hey, welcome to the Red Sox Nation, Dabby Cab.
I mean, if they win me money, I'm cool with them. Right now, they're 1-0 when I bet them this year, so I'll take it.
Dabby, I really hope that we can agree on a bet for our Red Sox.
I mean, I'll make it real simple for you. First 5 over. I'll just go ahead and tell you right now, I don't give a fuck who's on the mound. That's what the bet is.
Well, that will probably be bet. I will admit that will probably.
Bro, Cutter Crawford throws the ball so gross, bro. That delivery is so fucking nasty.
I don't like it either. Apparently he started throwing like that after he got Tommy John. For some reason, after he got Tommy John, that's just became his motion. I don't get it either. But 0 arm extension, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? By the way, BG on the Red Sox. Let's go. Shout out to you, my man. And Rocco on the Red Sox as well. Shout out to Mike M. Mike M joining me tomorrow on the Say Hey Plays. I love a little pimp slap action. Mike M going to get like 75% of Jose because I'm going to Austin tonight, Dabby.
What are you going to Austin for? You going to 6th Street?
Yeah, unfortunately. What I'm actually going to do, Dabby Cab, it's because it's a friend's like birthday or something. I'm going to their little pregame, and I'm going to send Helga out. She'll go out, and I'm going to stay at the house that we pregamed in and just sit there and do work and watch TV while everyone else goes out. So
you suck so bad.
I that sounds like the best idea for me. By the way, Ohtani in the lineup. It's just they can't sit him. They just can't.
They have one option, and that's to play Ohtani. They're like,
they can't do it. So it's so funny. I feel bad for the man.
Bro, I was just thinking, what if that fucking cramp in his side is actually some kind of weird fucking injury, and they figure it out like right after taking him off the trade? Fucking. Watch, Ohtani's going to go out in the next week. I don't want to put that juju out there, but it's going to happen. I already know it.
They're going to put everything on that man. They're going to ride that man into the fucking ground right now because he's not coming back next year, and they know it.
Oh, you pitched 9 innings? I don't give a fuck. You're playing.
Oh, you pitched 9 innings? Go hit. Oh, you hit 2 home runs and you're cramping? You're going to play the next game. Oh, you hit another home run in that next game, and we had to take you out again because you're cramping?
We'll try it again.
We're going to do it again.
Yeah, take a couple swings. We'll see how it
Yeah,
goes.
the pickle juice. Like, get it in here. Get it in. That's crazy. Oh, my God. I cannot believe it. Oh, man. I love Shohei Ohtani so fucking much. Jesus Christ. What a fucking beast. Milwaukee Brewers, Atlanta Braves here. Another game that I thought had written all over it, Dabby Cab. Bryce Elder and Julio both coming on a back-to-back against these very squads here. And I'm pretty sure I bet a first 500 in that game, thankfully, because I thought Bryce Elder can't be just falling off a cliff this quickly. He gave up like 2 back-to-back 7 earned run appearances, and I was like, okay, that's not good, but I'll trust him here against a Brewers team that sucks offensively. That cash, thankfully. And then I loved revenge spots. I don't know. Jimmy's gotten into me, I guess. I just love revenge starts for some reason. And that's what it was for Julio against the Braves back in the day, obviously. Now we're getting it again here, and I fucking think that Julio gets crushed here by the Braves. The Braves have not been
like revenge starts. I just want to say this. You need to have a pitcher that has something that's dominant. I got no problem with Elder, but he doesn't have any dominant pitches. He's just a good he's a Colby Lewis, like from the old Rangers, just like
whenever you mention Colby Lewis, I just immediately start thinking about those Rangers teams. I'm like, God, I haven't thought about Colby Lewis in fucking forever.
That's who Bryce Elder is. He's literally Colby Lewis.
We're going to start talking Derek Holland?
I like Derek Holland. You say you don't bet fatties. I'm not saying Bryce Elder is fat, but he's a little puffy.
Oh,
he's a little puffy.
Dabby's calling him fat. You guys heard that? Dabby's calling Bryce Elder a fat.
He's got a puffy face.
I heard Dabby Cab just called him a fat fuck and said he had a chode too. Jesus, Dabby, I didn't realize.
Hey, but Colby Lewis was too, and he pitched pretty good.
Colby Lewis was not fat. That guy was like 6'8".
What? He's a big dude, man.
He's a big dude because he's like 7 foot. It's gigantic.
He was shaped in a round shape.
He's big boned, as Steve G is saying. He's big boned. I think this game goes over though, Dabby. I cannot believe that Julio Teheran is going to go back to back and against the Braves and repeat a 6-inning, 3-hit, 1 earned run performance against them. I just don't believe it.
No.
A 10 is a little high for me, honestly. So I don't know if I'm going to move on this over. Let's look at the market real quick to see what everyone else thinks. Again, why do people like the under? 47% of the bets and 76% of the money on the under here. I don't know, Dabby. What do you think?
If the Rangers, Jesus, if the Braves won this, I was thinking Colby Lewis. If the Braves won this game 7-2, would that surprise you?
No, it wouldn't.
I would go under.
Yeah. First 5,
that's what I was doing with that.
A first 5 over, a 5 or 6? Fuck you.
See how much higher the first 5 is here, man. The reason the money's on the under is because these two pitchers just went at it, right? That was Sunday.
Yeah, and I don't get it. They both pitched well, but I just don't believe they can do it again.
Yeah, I mean, neither of them have been that good lately. If you look at their last 3 starts, both of these guys' ERAs are over 5 in their last 3 starts coming into this game. So this is just, I wouldn't under personally, but for me, and I said this yesterday, minus 199 for Elder is ridiculous, bro. I do not think he is a bad pitcher. I think he hits his spot. He's got a little bit of movement, but nothing he has is dominant. And I've said that all year.
He's just
minus 199 is ridiculous.
Balls.
Do what?
He's elite at ground balls. That's it.
Yeah, he hits his spots and has movement, which is great. All I'm saying, dude, is I don't bet against the Braves, and minus 199 is ridiculous.
The only bet I like, and I might move on, I don't think I am, and shout out to Chocolate Waterfall on the over. First 5 team total over 3.5 at even money for the Braves, obviously.
Yeah, and I think the Braves yesterday kind of showed that they've been in, I guess, what you could call a slump for them lately. I mean, they really have. And yesterday, I think that was the turning point because this offense isn't going to stay down.
Of course. Yeah, I agree. A 4 in the first 5 innings is asking a lot, but for the Braves, maybe not. I lean over like my girl Chocolatey Waterfall says. By the way, if Chocolatey Waterfall is not at Palooza 3, just fucking cancel the whole thing. Cancel the whole fucking thing. So, Turnsy, I am not in the black yet, but I still love you, Turnsy. I still love you. I know you probably don't love me because my record is not good, Turnsy, but I still love you, my man. Let's go to our last couple
Your
of
record
games.
does not affect how I feel about you one way or the other, just so you know, Jose.
Thank you. That is rare to hear nowadays.
I don't give a fuck what anybody else's record is. All I care about is my bank account.
Helga treats me differently now, obviously, because I'm a losing capper. She's like, "Oh, do you need me to pay for this because you're a losing capper?" And I'm like,
I need to get some footage of that. That's funny. She's like, "Hey, do you need another $250 for your betting account, honey?"
I saw you win 0-5 today, baby. Do you need a transfer? Do we have to take out of our savings?
What savings? I lost that shit last week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I burned that 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about? Brian Wu versus Brandon Pfaadt here. Another game that I really wanted nothing to do with. I took the fucking Arizona Diamondbacks yesterday. They went down 4-0 immediately, and I was like, "Oh, this game's fucked." So I ultimately pass in this game as well. What a fall from grace for a glorious lead there. Craig, that's funny. Shout out to you, Craig. I wish I could say that is actually facts, but yeah, and Helga is a keeper. Shout out to Boss Up Chopper there.
Man, my favorite episode of any show ever was still whenever you were talking about grabbing her ass and then her stepdad came in the chat.
Yeah, that was not fun.
That shit was so funny.
And I've got to ask.
I knew it was real because you turned bright fucking red. Like,
well, I also have to ask that guy for marriage, what's that called? Permission? I don't know what that's called. Blessing, I guess. Yeah, I have to ask him for the blessing too, and she has 2 dads, so I have to ask it twice. So it's fucked. It's fucked. And he's gonna be like, "Remember that one time?"
Be like, "Not until you get your record in the black, motherfucker."
And then I'm like, "Fuck! I don't want my daughter marrying a losing capper, fucking idiot."
Oh God! All right, go ahead. Have we even started talking about this
game?
I
passed this game completely. I want nothing to do with it. I think I should just have a tattoo of my record and just update it, obviously, on my arm, and then people will know, like, losing capper, winning capper.
Yeah, you should get a tattoo. Yeah, that's a good idea.
It would be funny. Another funny idea, Cab. It'd be funny if I just had winning capper and losing capper on my arm. I just cross out one for whichever one I am, and then I'll just keep getting it tattooed again.
I don't think you know how tattoos work.
Okay, that's fair. I don't.
That's not how they work. But that's like maybe like a pen that you're writing on your arm. But look, man, this is a spot here. I'll say what I said yesterday with Jimmy. I think Seattle, and it's scary for somebody who, I would like the Rangers to somehow find a way to get into the playoffs here. I think it's good for the area. I think Seattle looks like the same playoff team here again all of a sudden. I think they're playing really good baseball. I think they could keep it up. They look like they're playing playoff baseball again to me. And I know Brian Wu hasn't been great this year, but he's a rookie who's got really good stuff and at any moment could figure it out. And this might be a spot for him to figure it out right here with the Mariners playing damn good baseball, like I said. So I might look Mariners here, but I'm not betting it.
Yeah, I guess I could use tape. I guess I could use tape and just write that on me, huh? That's a good call out, WT. Shout out to you. And by the way, it's so funny to see what people are saying in the chat. As always, we appreciate you guys. And by the way, I guess we did skip the Mets game. Did I just not write that down?
I have no idea.
Interesting. I guess I
talked about the Mets.
Yeah, I guess I accidentally skipped that. So thank you, Justin. I'll come back to the Mets game here in a second. I forgot to make a graphic for it again. I just had nothing in this game. I respect Brian Woo as much as anyone else, but I can't get there. I trust him in certain spots. And Brandon Pfaadt's been horrible. He's come up and he had an 8 ERA and was just poor. But I believe he's coming back up here for a start. I want to double check and make sure. No, well, his last start was on the 27th, so this is technically his second start. Second start back in the majors. In his second start, first start. You're right. I have to hiccups. In his first start, 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 home runs. 3 home runs there. So very interesting there. Pass game for us here. No thank you. And shout out to J Dub. Yeah, I'm too busy planning the wedding, Yeah, that's what that is. It's very fun.
Be in your wedding. I should get to read a speech at your wedding.
Give me a little taste.
Hold on. There's background noise.
I can't hear it. Don't worry. It's great.
Over the last 2 years, getting to know one Jose Bouquett has been one of the most extraordinary and exhilarating adventures of my life. There have been ups. There have been downs. Maybe more downs than ups. But the ups have been so good. All right, that's a taste. That's all you get.
Thank you. That's good. I'll put you on the list. Because I'm sure many people are going to want to give speeches. Like my father, Jimmy's, will obviously want to give a speech. My other father might want to give a speech.
Just remember who's important here.
True. Yeah, I'll make sure to keep that written down. A's Rockies here. And boy, oh boy, Dabby, every time you're on this show, it seems like I want to bet the A's more and more. And Paul Blackburn on the bunch. Paulie Punchouts is on the bum versus Chris Flexen, who I guess is on the Rockies now. I didn't know. I had no idea he was on the Rockies. That was news to me.
What a fucking fall from grace that dude had on a decent playoff team, throwing probably the best he's thrown in his career, to being 0-4 and traded to the Rockies with a 7 ERA.
By the way, Vitalis says you should bring up my record during the wedding speech. So I think that would be good as well. I thought that was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful. By the way, Chocolatey Waterfall thought it was good too. That was a great speech. So shout out to you, Dabby. I like the first 5 here for my Oakland A's just because of Paulie Punchouts. Vitalis is saying Sharpshire on the Rockies here. Let's take a look at the market here. 59% of the bets and 59% of the money on Los Rockies here. So it's not like a too exaggerated or aggressive. No money percentages on the Action Network, I guess, because there's not enough tickets. Only about 2,000 tickets in, and 70% of them on the over here, which is crazy. I bet the first 5 under. I lost, obviously, but I don't know. It's just Coors, I guess. So I ultimately I like the A's here. I might end up moving on them first 5. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. I could easily just end up passing this shit game. So I'd love to know. What do you think, Dabby?
I mean, you know what I think. I don't give 2 shits about this game. I will say this, Blackburn made a lot of people money in the first 5, but if you look at his stats, he's not necessarily been a good pitcher ever. I mean, he's had good starts. He started last season just incredible, but ever since then, he's fallen completely off the rails. I don't even have his stats in front of me. Hold on, let me pull them up. His last couple of games, he's been touched up too. I know that.
Oh man, I cannot deal with this Oakland A's squad. I just cannot deal with how, do I really want to bet this fucking shit bum team again?
Oh no, he did good last start against Houston. Only gave up 1 run through 5 innings, but start before that, he gave up 6 runs to your Boston Red Sox.
That was in a back-to-back spot too. And I kind of wrote that start off too, just because he came in relief right before the All-Star break just to get him to pitch a little, and got fucking crushed. So the Red Sox had just seen him too. So I think that definitely contributed to him getting fucked up.
Hey, Jay Peasy does have a good point, though. Flexen has shut this lineup down in the past, and he's very familiar with it.
Yeah, Seattle Mariner. Yeah, you're right about that.
So look, I'm not betting this game, so I'm going to stop talking about
it. You know what? AOD's right. I'm not going to bet this game. I don't want to make a call to 1-800 today. I have consultations with them frequently about my betting the A's. We're still working through that.
I was gonna get married, but I kept losing bets.
I spent all my wedding money on the fucking A's, man. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to hit that sack fly. Fuck.
Literally, the person who's talking to you, like for the gambler's advice, is going to be like, "You bet on the A's how many fucking times this year, bro? You don't need to be talking to me. You need a fucking psychiatrist."
Just stop. Rangers Padres here. Yu Darvish on the bump. Dabby, I'm going to clear out. I don't think you're betting Yu Darvish here. It's my assumption because it's against your Rangers. But
what is that even supposed to? You're trying to bait me into betting him, aren't you?
No, I mean, it's your Rangers versus your favorite pitchers. What are you going to do here? You don't know. What do you want?
Man, this is a very, very tough game. The Padres have been killing lefties since the break. You look at what the Padres have been doing since the All-Star break. They're 153 runs created plus in 119 plate appearances. Perez has been somebody that I've looked to fade. I've been betting first 5 overs with him a ton as of late. And you look at, you don't have a giant sample size, but you've got 52 at bats for the current Rangers off of Yu Darvish here. They're just 8 for 52 against him. You know, I always talk about him being a gamer. He shows up. Playing against his old team is something he's going to want to do good. And over the last, go ahead.
I was just laughing at Mickey Cohen's comment saying, "Man, I can't even work out good. Y'all got me dying over here."
Hey,
you know, the same thing happened to Christopher Commentini yesterday. And I don't know if you've seen Christopher Commentini. My man has fucking muscles on top of his muscles. Like if we had like a world's strongest man contest at Pub Sports Radio, give me Christopher Commentini because he can lift heavy shit. But he also was having the same issue. But hold on, Mickey, go ahead and get under the squat bar real quick. Let me give you some motivation here. Hold on. Okay, let's give him a second. Mickey, get that shit up! Mickey, lift it, Mickey, lift it now, Mickey. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I wanted to give Mickey his inspiration to get that shit up. Okay, get that shit up right now, Mickey. Lightweight, Mickey.
Sometimes you swing and miss. Sometimes it's funny. That one made me laugh. That was okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
So,
and look, no, hey, Morgan said first 5 over 10 minutes ago when I said I don't care who's on the bump. I'm talking about when Jose and I go to the Rangers Red Sox game. I'm not talking about this one. This one, the first 5, the total's sitting at 5. I don't fucking know, man. I'm not betting this game. I thought about backing you, and the reason I'm not is because the run line's like minus 130 at most places, minus 125, minus 130, and I think that's a little bit fucking ridiculous. I think that's a little overpriced. I thought about betting the Rangers. I thought about betting Darvish, and I thought about the total. And I will never bet a game when I look at all different sides like that. So I'm off this one.
Fair. By the way, of course, I bet the full game over in this game last night. Thinking about you, so fucking angry. Like, how many times have the Rangers been shut out this year? Like once, twice, maybe. They can't throw me a
right?
fucking
And the
bone.
Padres get everything you need basically, except
for 7 runs,
one more run, right?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. And then the bases loaded at the end of the game, too. It's sickening. It's so fucking sickening.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the deal. Since you didn't stick through it with oh, wow. When I'm in San Antonio, you can do it. If you don't have that slump buster with Jimmy, if your record doesn't get better next Saturday, you and we're boozing on this show. You're going to start pounding boots until you start winning.
She's going to become an alcoholic.
Yep.
Man.
I already told you, man. I think it would be a wild ride to watch you become an alcoholic and then maybe like a little bit of a cokehead, you know.
Yeah, maybe I will become a meth.
Maybe you start smoking a little methamphetamines.
Maybe. I mean,
then we'll like chain you to like somebody's basement and we'll be like, we're getting Jose Bouquett back. We're bringing this wedding back. We're doing it all.
Rehab.
Yeah. Then the ups and downs part of the speech will really hit home.
That will be a really interesting new content piece coming from Pub Sports Radio soon. Jose Bouquet's rehab. That's funny. And Craig Wood is the point. Get in the black or get blacked out. Your move, Jose.
Yeah, he's right. He gets it.
Again, Dabby, you've seen drunk Jose. You've seen drunk Jose come out before.
Yeah, well, get in the black or else he's coming back.
Yeah, he is probably. I'm actually going to be purchasing the bottle of alcohol. So shout out to my friends that that make tequila here. Local San Antonio tequila. Quality. Saint Maya tequila.
I want to try it. Saint Maya. Check out Pub Sports Radio. I'll drink your tequila all the time.
Yeah, they the owners came on, or the makers, creators, whatever, came on one of our shows once, and it was pretty good. Pretty good.
When was once? Like long time ago?
Yeah, it was a while ago now. It was like 2 years ago now, but good guys. I think they're actually coming on soon too. And then I'll ask them like, yo, motherfuckers, I literally buy your bottles whenever I can. Sponsor our shit, you fucking pricks.
That's all. I mean, I'm pretty sure that now that you called them pricks, they're racing to fucking come sponsor us.
By the way, Chang Kim is saying, you know what? Fuck the drinking. I should just go straight to fentanyl.
I'm okay with that.
Just straight, not even cocaine less.
You're gonna get this fucking. You better watch what you say.
What? We're just talking some Fenty, you know? That's it. That's it. Second to last game on the card because I accidentally skipped the Nats Mets game. Reds Dodgers. Another game I had really no interest in, unfortunately. And you guys can kind of tell. This card is more of a shit card because this is an off the rails show. If there's a better card,
this card sucks ass. I've got a bet for you worth it. I've got a bet today. You know, I got some shit for it, but it's where I'm at. I don't like this card, but I got one at least for it.
I don't either. I don't like Luke Weaver. I don't want to back the Reds with Luke Weaver, and I respect the fuck out of the Reds for winning that game yesterday. I bet the first 5 under, sweat my dick off. We cashed it, and Brandon Williamson pitched pretty well. I just really don't ever see the Dodgers losing 2 in a row against the Reds, especially. So minus 199, probably a little bit too much for the Dodgers here, but I don't want to bet the Reds. So.
Yeah, I think the line's ridiculous, but I'm not backing Luke Weaver. You made that pretty simple. The total, I think, could easily go over. And if any baseball game goes under 10, it's not going to surprise anyone, and it shouldn't. But I think it could easily go either way. This is a tough spot here. Rocco said Weaver over 2.5 ERA, minus 150 play of the day. That's a good little parlay piece, too, if somebody's looking for a parlay in there.
Yeah, well, our guy Worth It was putting a gun to our head.
I mean, I'm going with the Twins first 5, man. Royals are not a good fucking baseball team. Twins are 1.5 games up in the division right now in the AL Central, so it's an extremely important game. And even though the Sharps seem to be on the Royals, and you know some good cappers seem to think the Royals are the side, Jordan Lyles is 1-12, and the Twins need to win. So,
oh god, that's just so funny to hear out loud.
Yeah.
He's 1-12.
I mean, if you want me to make
if that was you, Debbie Cab, what would you do? Just be like, fuck, man. Why am I doing this?
Bro, that would be hard, man. I'd be like, why are you motherfuckers still pitching me?
Why are you starting me? Why are you guys throwing me?
God.
You guys see my record? I can't do this.
Literally, I can't do this. Why am I still out here?
Did you have at one point in your college career, did you get a bad record where you're like, fuck, I'm 0-2?
Bro, the first time I pitched on national television, I didn't get an out. It was so embarrassing. It was the most, that was hands down the most embarrassing moment of my life. It was against Texas. It was against Texas, and it was on ESPN2. And I didn't get an out. I did not throw.
At what part of the game did you come in?
Like the 7th inning, and it was like a 3-2 ball game.
Oh no!
And I was a freshman. It was the first time I pitched on national television.
Okay, at least you're a freshman.
Yeah. Well, I was supposed to start the game, and I was all amped up for it. And so, terrible excuse, but I was like pissed, like that I didn't get the start, and you know, so I was.
Coach taught you a lesson that day.
Yeah, it was. It was a 1-1. The series was 1-1 too. So like the series was on the line, the game was on the line, and I just fucking laid an egg. You
know, I would make fun of you more if you weren't a freshman. If being a freshman in that spot, I could understand at the very least. If you would have told me, yeah, I was a 4-year
all
senior.
Of my fucking friends and family fucking watched because it was on TV. And
of course,
like, my phone had so many fucking text messages like, "Oh, keep your head up." Fuck you.
Fuck you, dude. Yeah, that's the worst. Don't fucking talk to me after I get my tits ripped. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Oh God, sports. By the way, the same thing happens in wrestling, Dabby Cab. When you get pinned, like I used to frequently, 2-13, excuse me. 2-13. 2-13. You'll get him next time, and I just be like, shut the fuck up.
Man. Ugh. I mean, I did get him next time, but it's like you don't want to hear it.
0-9 in one tournament. 0-9 in one tournament. Shout out to me. Let's go to the last game. We skipped this game on accident. Corbin versus Carrasco, Nationals versus Mets. Is this the right line? Did I update this graphic? I don't know if I did because I obviously skipped it. But let's talk about it here real quick, Dabby Cab. It is the right line. -170 for the New York Metropolitans against Patrick Corbin. They got shut down by a lefty yesterday. I kind of lean towards the Mets getting some runs here just because back-to-back days against lefties, you get shut out by one. I think just seeing it again is obviously helpful. But the Mets numbers against lefties have been just poor all year, and it's not something I want to back at all. And J-Dub asked if I'm skipping Corbin Day. You know, here's the thing. He's pitched better than we expected.
There you go. Very good use of words there because you were
good. Not good. You know, I don't want him in my rotation, and no one's trading for him. So he's not been good, but he's been better than expected. And what's hilarious about it, Dabby Cab? He makes the Steven Strasburg contract look like fucking money. He makes that contract look like it is 1,000% worth it. Because at the fucking very least, this motherfucker is throwing for you. So I respect Patrick Corbin on that end. However, I do think he gets rocked here. He pitched against the Mets earlier in the year. 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs on May 15th, which is it's a good start. I just don't trust him here at the end of the day. Could I see him pitching well here and doing his thing? Yeah. But I just don't want to make any bets on it. If I had to make a play on this game, it'd be in the under, though. Just bet it again. The Mets offense hasn't been hitting the last two.
Wow, that came out of left field. The fuck?
The Mets offense has been shit the last 2 games. And
you were literally just talking about how you think Patrick Corbin's going to get lit up, and then you were like, but I'd bet the under.
9.5. I can see a 7-0 in this game.
Okay, way to use my fucking words.
Exactly. And that's what happened to me fucking last night. I can see a 7-0 here.
Mm-hmm.
I still fucking cannot believe the Rangers get shut out. You can't give me 1 run, bases loaded, nothing. Marcus Semien, Travis Jankowski, nothing. What do you have on this game?
So I will say one thing. Carrasco doesn't have any innings against the Nationals this year, but last year he had 24 innings against them. You know, this is, I guess, it's not been much of a rivalry of late, but he had 24 innings against their rivals last year here, a 2.25 ERA. So that's pretty damn good. And Corbin, we talk about Corbin being better than you thought. Yeah, I can say that. I guess that was a good choice of words, but still in his last 4 starts, he's got a 5.7 ERA. You know, against the Mets, he's got a 4.41 ERA. It's just, you know, the Nationals don't win games with him on the mound. It's not something that they do. I would look at first 5 team total with the Mets here if I was going to bet this. I'd simplify it down to everything we know, and I think they get runs off Corbin.
I can't argue with that. Justin McAfee saying he bet the over. Markel betting team totals for both, or are they saying he's leaning towards both of them, I should say. Yeah, I guess I pass. Morgan, I had the 8.5. I guess he had 8. I wish I could have got that 8, buddy. I wish. At 8.5 there, whatever it was.
You got this game at 8.5?
No. I'm assuming he's talking about the Rangers game from last night.
Oh.
So, I mean, that's what I'm assuming. Yeah, I got 8.5. I think like you said, they scored 1 run, and it was 7-1. I needed 1 run, and the bases were loaded, and they couldn't just scratch across 1 more for me.
Yeah, all I needed was 1 hit in a timely manner for that team total to cash yesterday too. So,
why is Travis Jankowski hitting second for the Rangers?
I don't know.
I thought this was supposed to be a good offense.
I mean, he's hitting like 300 on the season.
That's just shocking. All right, let's get into this recap here because this has been a very interesting show. We talked about Helga having pity on me and my poor gambling and all that stuff. Morgan, you had the 8s. I didn't. You know, I wish I had as many books as you do, Morgan. I'm in a fucking illegal state. I've got 2 fucking sports books. I can't do
That's
shit.
what I was about to say.
Sorry.
When you were going on your little fun rant about the criminal thing, I'm like, bro, you guys know me for two things: smoking weed and gambling, and I live in Texas, where both are still very illegal. So
Yeah. Yeah, and you're gonna have to release the weed when we come to the fucking tailgate. Are you gonna be okay with that?
What do you mean release into the air? Of course.
No, like you're not gonna have any. Hopefully, exactly. This is what he did last time. This is what he did last time.
You keep telling these fucking jokes about what you think I'm
not last time. The cops are gonna be everywhere there.
Bro, you don't smoke by them. We'll walk to fucking alley somewhere, fucking smoke a joint and come back. It's all good.
There's no alleys though.
We'll find one.
Okay. All right. It's fine. It's September 8th, September 9th, whenever that game is. I'm not going to be worried about it at all. Shout out to everyone in here as always. Big Show joining us. Vitalis, Mike M, Morgan Spooner, Rocco, Justin J Dub, Robert Franklin, Coin, Akbar Salev. I think I already said Rocco, Jay Peasy, Craig Wood, Chang Kim, Daffan, Worth It, Joey Harb, Andy Reach Cheeseburger, which is admittedly one of my favorite names in the chat. Mickey Cohen, WT, my girl Chocolatey Waterfall was in here for a bit. It's going to be a fun day of baseball here. I only have 4 bets, Dabby. I'll let you go first because I know you've got the one. What do you think?
Twins first 5-run line. Best line you can get. Mine's minus 125. I'm paying a little juice, but it's the only bet on my card, so we're good.
You look at this fucking guy. You told Nasty Nate you can't bring weed to Dallas if you drive with him?
I don't know what he's even talking about. I actually have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, man. Oh, wait, no, he's talking about
Dallas,
me, actually.
What do you mean if you drive with me?
He's actually referring to me, actually. And I now remember what he's
talking about. See, what are you trying to put that shit on me? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's you.
Yeah, he's actually referring to me.
Yeah. Nate.
Sorry, I don't want
Nate, all he's going to do is fucking smoke, try and mooch off mine.
Yeah, of course, obviously. You guys know me. Mooch Bouquett is what they called me. Yeah, you know, I did say that. Sorry. I don't I have PTSD. I don't want to deal with that. And by the way, I don't know why Nasty Nate, for some reason, Nasty Nate wants to fly into San Antonio just to drive up with me to Dallas. I don't understand that.
What do you mean for some reason?
I just, you know what? If it's me, whoever.
Jose, you're there on ground floor with them. Come on, bro.
Again, whoever. I love Nasty Nate to death. I love Jimmy to death. If you gave me an option to fly into where we're going or take a fucking 4-hour car ride to where we're going, I'm flying in. That's just me.
What the fuck does that have to do with Jimmy?
It's just, you know what? Never mind. Let's just recap our plays. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Red Sox money line, I got it at minus 118, and the 3 totals I'm betting here today: Angels, Blue Jays over 9, minus 120; Yankees, Orioles over 9.5, minus 110 there; and Rays, Houston over 8.5, minus 110 there for me. There, it's gonna be a fun day of baseball. Shout out to Nasty Nate, Big Show, all you guys. For joining the program. As always, we appreciate it. It's going to be a fun night of baseball and a fun night in general because, first of all, we have a big day on the pub because today is a gigantic UFC card. So go check that out. Big Show and the crew.
Hey, let me say this before I forget because I forget shit. Go to the Pub Sports Radio website. Everybody in the chat that's listening, pubsportsradio.com. Go to the website and sign up for the fucking tournament. I don't know dick about UFC, but I sign up every week because it's free. You just press a couple buttons, and if you win $200 this week. So just do it. There's no reason not to.
They doubled the prize pool today, so 200 wangs to whoever comes out number 1 in this contest. And I'll even share my screen and show you guys. It's very simple. We love to see it here, and let me pull it up as I do. Yeah, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at all this.
What? We can pull up shit like this while we're live. How did you do that? You've got to teach me. Why don't I just run? Wow. I need, things are about to change for me.
Yeah, you share your screen. But yes, shout out to you guys. Make your picks. I'll make my picks right now. I'll make my picks right here.
Okay, women always go to decision.
Well, that is something I've learned as well. But I'll make my picks right fucking now, and I'll be top number one when it comes to it. So I can't wait. Go make your picks today. You can obviously.
Oh my God, you are so clearly putting no thought into it that you just picked two different things on the same fight.
So I love.
You did it again. Stop clicking the same fight. You got to pick a winner and the one above it, homie.
Fuck. There we go. See, I'm making my picks right now. This fight's off, I'm pretty sure, so we don't have to worry about that. But go ahead and make your picks today. It'll be a whole lot of fun. God damn it. Sorry. I'm making my picks right now. I want everyone to see. I'm joining. So should
the point is if somehow he got some crazy shit right on this, he could win $200. And you see how much goes into a choice. So if he hits that knockout in the second round with Justin, Jose is going to get a whole bunch of fucking points, and he could be on the chopping block to win, which would, as Jose would say, admittedly be funny.
Yes. And Big Show is making the commercial right now. I think we sold this product very well. Sign up today. You get $200 on this special card if you win. It really is that simple, like Big Show is saying. Make your picks. I have a chance to win $200 now. What if I do? You guys don't know. Maybe fade my picks like organization, whatever Roman numeral that is. Fade those picks, but maybe they hit. But go to the website today. You can watch. I've been pushing.
Definitely don't bet any money on those picks.
Definitely don't bet any money on those picks. Bet money on the picks that our guys on the UFC live stream are giving out. They'll be live for the entire card, prelims, all of them. So follow the Pub Sports Radio YouTube, subscribe, and you'll get that notification when they go live. And they'll be live all day, breaking down all the cards or all the fights on the card, making tons of money too. So that'd be good. And Vitalis is right. I can pay back Helga finally from my $200. Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate you guys. Dabby Cab, thank you for joining me. Again, this is a month away, but I keep reminding people, Dabby Cab is going to host this very show at the end of the month for about a week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Dabby Cab has guests coming on. Maybe Natasha Tush will come on to talk some ball. Who knows? But it will be a lot of fun. I'm sure your guests will be awesome, and you'll do a great job as well. So tune in when that happens. And we'll be back here again tomorrow with Mike M., Dr. Pimp Slap Play himself. So it'll be a lot of fun. Dabby Cab, any final thoughts?
Man, you guys in the chat, we appreciate you all. There's still over 130 people in here. If you haven't already, hit the like button, share the video, and thanks for coming out. Share your comments. That helps a ton. Get us in the algorithm. We do this shit. We don't ask for anything. We're not telling you for our best bet, give us this or that. We just do it because we love to be here with you guys, and that's the realest shit ever. Tune in Monday. I'll be back for the sesh. If you missed last week's, go catch it. Also, the unmuted mic will be back on Thursday. Appreciate everyone.
And by the way, shout out to you, Vixen. I don't know why no one would respond to you, my man, but I appreciate you for watching, my guy. Thanks, everyone, again. Boss Up, Morgan. Yes, that is the major key. Leave a comment after the fucking live closes. I want to see your plays. So put your plays in the comments after we go dark because it helps. It stays there. It's easy to follow. And again, I like following you guys' action and rooting for you guys as well. Say hey to us on social media. We'll be back here again tomorrow. Mike M joins us. Dabby Cab on Twitter, at Jose Bouquett on the Twitter machine. And, obviously, since apparently I need Helga to pay back my gambling debts, don't forget to Venmo me as well. And I obviously have to pay Dab his steak back. And I just got so many things.
Never getting that part. It's almost been a full year. When Houston.
Well, again, when you're getting it.
When?
Whenever you're coming here you're coming here in a couple of days, next week. 2 weeks.
You're going to take me to a nice steakhouse?
I'm not going to take you anywhere. I'll buy you a lovely steak. We can make it. You can make it, actually.
Okay.
There we go. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Say hey, and we'll see you guys next time for another edition of Say Hey Plays. I got to go with high immediately.